Don't forget to like, follow, subscribe, and turn on notifications so that you will receive alerts when there are new episodes. Go get it.
That's what I tell them. I've been grinding for so long, I wake up and chase my goals. I go out and I go get it. Hot or cold, that's all I know. I don't succeed, then I don't breathe. Success, what does it mean? If I conquer all my goals, then I'm living out my dream. Dig deep, go out and get it. Success Chronicles. Compete until it's finished. Success Chronicles. Go take care of your business. Success Chronicles. It's deeper than just winning. Success Chronicles.
Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Chip Baker coming to you with another episode of the Success Chronicles. And I am excited about this episode to highlight this guy, Mr. Sebastian Sanders, a great guy doing some great things. And so first, I just want to say thanks so much for taking the time to interview with the Success Chronicles.
Yes, sir. Yeah, no problem at all. Thank you for having me.
All right. Well, let's dive into it. I know, off air, we talked a little bit about your journey and, all of the amazing things that you got going on. But if you don't mind sharing a little bit about that journey with the audience so they have an idea of who you are and what it is you do.
Yeah, for sure. So my name is Sebastian Sanders, born and raised from Houston, Texas. I am a graduate from the University of Texas at San Antonio, where I got my bachelor's in business management. And so for me, my whole life has been about business and community since I was a young boy. I fell in love with entrepreneurship. I fell in love with side hustles and making some quick cash as a kid. And that transferred into me becoming, a business person I am today. And so I spent 4 years of my young career working for PepsiCo, where I learned a lot about business operations on a global scale. I spent 2 years in sales management, 2 years in supply chain. And then back in 2017, it all started for me is when I founded my nonprofit organization, Sanders Ham. And so our organization started off, I was 19, I was in my dorm, and I was a sophomore at the time. I was just literally just trying to figure things out and wanted to cultivate my passion with my career. And organization kind of came to mind. I didn't know anything about a nonprofit. All I knew was I wanted to give back to my community. And so we started off doing some groundwork, doing volunteer work, and that turned into an academic program, which we have today, which is the Young Billionaires Club that teaches students ages 12 to 25 business and financial literacy training. And so when I started my organization, that led to me becoming a public speaker. And I've been doing that for the past 5 years. And then that birthed me an opportunity to write my first book back in 2020.
Man, I got one word in response to all of that you just said. And that word is wow. Man, that's so good. What are 3 things you've accomplished in your life that you're proud of?
Oh man, that's a great question. I think the first one is starting a nonprofit organization. When I started, I really didn't understand what I was doing. I didn't realize how big of an impact and the influence that we can have and that we can achieve in a short amount of time. And so as I reflect back on everything, I think that's number one for me. Starting an organization has changed the trajectory of my career and my life for the better. But not only just me, but everybody that I've impacted and touched, thousands of kids and the kids I haven't even met yet. So for me, that was more so life changing for me. I think my second one was recently I just completed my first TED Talk. I did a TED Talk here in Houston, Texas, and it was about youth empowerment. And this one was very special because it just shows you the work that you put in behind the scenes. And if you're determined and if you keep going, your dreams will come true. And when I first started my organization, I began public speaking. I got into the TED series, right? I said, okay, I want to do this TED Talk. At the time, I was 20 years old. I really didn't have too much substance to talk about and add to a TED Talk, to be honest. And so I applied to be a speaker in San Antonio, and I got denied. And of course, when you get denied, you get discouraged. But I remember I just said, what, it is what it is. Let me just keep working. And 6 years later, I got to deliver a TED Talk in my hometown. And the audience feedback and everything was just bigger than life. It was everything that I couldn't imagine. But it just showed me the power of will if you keep going. And so I'm very proud of that. And then I would say my third one, I would say is leaving my corporate career. And I know that can sound, kind of strange, being young and taking a chance on yourself. But I would say if you have a purpose and if you have a passion in life, it gets harder every day waking up not doing something that you truly love. And all of the accomplishments that I've done, I think that one holds the most weight because it allowed me to operate in my my gift full time. Nothing wrong with my career. I had a great career, even though it was only 4 years. You know, I've done some amazing things, but waking up every day to reflect back and say I took a chance on myself and to see the ROI means a lot to me. So those are three things that I can think of now. I'm pretty sure I got 1,000 more, but those are three that mean a lot to me.
There you go. All right. So knowing, what you're involved in, the things that you've been blessed to achieve, hearing that journey, or hearing the things that you're proud of, man, I would consider all of that to be hugely successful. So let's hit on success. What is your definition of success?
My definition of success is how many people's life that I can impact and influence and change for the better. And to me, I define my success of roughly about 6 years ago when I started the organization, because growing up as a young Black boy, a lot of times society defines success for us. And that's either you're going to be a rapper or an athlete. And I think you have to go through a phase of identifying who you are as a person and identifying your gift to truly unlock your success. And I think a lot of times we infatuate with success with what car you have, how much money you have, what type of career you have. And those things sound good, but at the end of the day, we can't really take none of that stuff with us. And so for me, my success was really built off of how can I build this legacy. And so I always tell people, like, the money is great and all other things that you can get in life is great. But if you can able to leave here with an impact, with your name meaning something, and that you change lives, that's my success story. And that's really what I work hard for each and every day.
Love it, man. I love it. So true. You hit on several key points in there that I think is very important. You talked about the legacy, you hit on impact, you hit on giving service. Like all of those things are crucial to live a life of fulfillment. I think it's awesome, man, that you figured that out at such a young age, because a lot of people, like, they live a long life and don't even figure that out, So I think it's amazing, man. But what I want to do now is just have a little fun here. I want to go off script. What I want to do is just kind of throw some words or phrases at you, like 3 of them, and then you talk about just what comes to mind or to heart when you hear these words or phrases. You good with that?
Yes, sir. That sounds good.
All right, my man. So the first phrase I'm going to give you is giving service.
Giving service. I infatuate that with every facet of life, because I think we give in every facet, right? Whether that's time, effort, money, I think we always give. But I think we always get giving confused with the dollar sign. We feel like I'm not giving something unless it's a transaction with money behind it. But we give in each and every day of our life. And giving service was really what my TED Talk was geared around, like unlocking people's ideas and minds when it comes to giving, because we give our innovation to the world, and that's giving through empowerment.
All right. Okay. All right. The next one I'm going to give you is living and learning.
Living and learning. I associate that with trial and tribulations. You live, you learn. But as you learn and you make some mistakes, you feel at certain things, I think it's very important that you get the life lesson out of it. That way you don't continuously make those same mistakes. And a lot of that is by trial by error. And I think that's associated with everything, whether that's love, relationships, business, career, whatever it is. I think trial and tribulations is how we get through life. And you got to live and learn.
Yeah, so true. Yeah. I think also putting yourself in a situation where you understanding this, you have to get comfortable with being uncomfortable.
Yeah,
right. Because on the other side of that uncomfort is your maximum growth.
Exactly.
Yeah. Well, the last one I'm gonna give you, my man, and you said this word already. I'm just gonna bring it back up again. But the word is, it's a good one too. The word is legacy.
Okay, legacy. I love it. I associate legacy with a quote that I got from Les Brown. He said that the most talent that you'll ever find is in the graveyard. And it hits hard because when you meet so many different people, you interact with so many people, you start to hear their dreams, their talents, and the things that they want to do, but they never have a solid reason of why they are not able to do those things. And I think as you live a life and you live, it's all about creating some type of legacy. Not saying you have to be the most famous person in the world, but there's something inside of us that we can create and turn into reality to create a legacy. And that's what I live by each and every day, because we're giving all these tools and these resources and these accesses. But what are you exactly doing with it? Are you building a legacy for the good, or are you building a legacy for the bad? And so that's kind of my motto when it comes to any and everything in my life. You know, what am I doing it for? Who am I doing it for? And what will be my legacy when it's all said and done?
So good. I think that's a great segue into us, you know, as we close, just hitting on the Sanders hand, man.
Yeah.
And I'll just tell you, I'm gonna just put it out there selfishly, man. I follow you on social media, and I saw that boy was clean in the ribbon cutting. Oh no, wait a minute. No, no, man, really though, just following you, checking out your journey and seeing all of the amazing things you're doing, man, I truly think it's phenomenal, right? And I wanted to make sure that without a shadow of a doubt that, you know, I reached out to you to, you know, give an opportunity to help you put it out there more, right? Because like, man, I just think what you're doing is so good. Just the good that you're putting out there. And man, I love for you to get an opportunity to discuss the Sanders hand, you know, what it's about, what you're doing with that, you know, where people can follow you and support and, you know, donate and show some love with what you got going on. So take your time and just, you know, kind of go through and talk about it and give it to us, man.
Yeah, for sure. Sanders Hand, we are an international nonprofit organization. Started in 2017. I started this as a 19-year-old college student in my college dorm. And what we do at our organization is we provide students and parents, but primarily students ages 12 through 25 with business and financial literacy training. So essentially through our Young Billionaires Club program, which serves as a business incubator, we teach a lot of those professional and life skills that goes untaught inside of the traditional classroom. Reason being is because every student's success story is not going to be college. And sometimes the public school system can force feed college into every student. Nothing wrong with that. But you have some kids who are better off going pick up a trade or going to the military or going into the workforce. There's different career opportunities. But the lack of literacy and the lack of skill set provides students with roadblocks. And so our organization comes in and teaches kids entrepreneurship, you know, exposing them to the opportunities that comes with starting a business, teaching customer service, teaching you how to talk and how to, you know, greet people, how to do an email, those things, the basics, right? You may feel like that's so basic, but our kids don't know these skills. We teach financial literacy, you know, partnering with different banks and institutions, providing our kids with the most basic financial literacy knowledge. And that most basic knowledge can change the whole trajectory of that student and their whole entire family. Little do we know. So we teach a lot of those core elements that our kids can take from the classroom, which is more so application-based learning, where they can apply it to our Young Billionaires Club thrift store. So we have the Young Billionaires Club program, and then we have the thrift store, which extends the program by allowing those same kids that come through the program to go work inside of the store to get that on-the-job training, but also go home with the universal basic income. And so we saw both sides of the spectrum when it comes to impoverished communities for our kids, not just teaching the information and letting our kids go out there and fend for themselves. We actually teach it, but now we're going to take you to the store where you can actually apply it and you can go home with some money in your pocket. Because as a student, their attention levels are sometimes can be super fast. They may not understand everything and they may not be able to retain everything within a 6-week time of being with you. We want to be able to solve that issue by letting them come work at the store where now we've taught you these lessons. Now it's your turn to apply it. That way you can actually be experienced when it comes to financial literacy. So our program has been around since 2017, 6 years in the game, servicing roughly over 5,000 students. And we've done a lot of groundwork in San Antonio, Texas, where I went to school, where we started our organization, a lot of work here in the Houston, Texas area. And then we've done some work internationally in Ghana, Africa. About 2 years ago, we opened up a computer lab where we teach digital coding, application skills. And so our whole mission is how can we increase the minority income level while decreasing the poverty level in our impoverished communities. And by doing so, our Young Billionaires Club program provides, you know, students with that training as well as the parents as well. And so we're on a mission to become, you know, a prominent organization when it comes down to financial. But we're also coming, you know, to change the the whole, spectrum when you think about finances. And so we're looking to introduce a universal basic income here in Houston, Texas. One of the first and maybe the only opportunity where parents can just go get some training and get some free funding. And so we're looking to do some amazing things. And so you guys can visit us here in Houston, Texas at 12579 Richmond Ave, Suite 600, Houston, Texas 77082. That is our Young Billionaires Club thrift store location. We're open every day except Monday, Tuesday through Saturday from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. We're open on Sundays from 12 p.m. to 6 p.m. You can visit our official website at www.sandershand.org. You can follow us on Instagram and Facebook at sandershand.org as well. And you can always reach us by email at thesandershand@gmail.com. And we're always looking for sponsorships, volunteers to come out and assist us with our kids. We're always looking for donors to join our monthly donor program. It's just like a Netflix subscription. You pay monthly, or it's automatically drafted monthly, where you can donate to our organization. You can become a part of the change that we're looking to implement. But as always, it's strength in numbers. So we can't do this alone. So we're always looking for people who are like-minded to join us on this mission, as we hope to, empower 1 million students by 2030. And that's our goal. So in the next 7 years, we're looking to touch at least 1 million students across the globe, whether that's through digital learning, whether that's through in-person learning. But we're on a mission to really change the future of education through our Young Billionaires Club program.
Man. So and like I said, I wanted you to take your time and just put it out there. And for those of you that's checking this out, they gave you the information to reach out. Please go support, show your love, because as you can see, it's an amazing thing that's making a huge impact. And so as we close, I just want to say again, thank you so much for taking the time to interview with the Success Chronicles. Truly appreciate it, and I wish you continued success, my man.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much. It truly means a lot. Anytime I can be a guest, I definitely love to do so.
Yes, sir. And thank you guys for checking out this episode. We'll see you next time. God bless. Go get it.